I saw this article in the last couple of weeks. High earners age 50 and older are about to lose a major 401k tax break.
I saw that headline.
And then I read it, and then I thought, where's the simplification of the tax code? When exactly will this happen?
Pat, I'm in this business. I'm over 50. I read this article twice. I was still confused.
I was too. Yes.
Beginning next
year. Starting next year.
The article didn't explain it to me.
Well, yeah.
I'm waiting for our internal CPAs will.
Yeah, but it was a catch-up provision. But it brought back to me, Scott, that the tax code, it doesn't get any easier, and it changes constantly. It has become a political hammer.
Completely. Well, it has been for decades.
Yes, well, that's true.
But the whole financial planning, particularly if you've done well and have some assets, that tax side of things, that is more important than which company you're going to put in your portfolio.
It's as important as the asset class. Is an asset class. It's very difficult to pick the right company.
That's why I use that example as opposed to asset class, because you're
correct.
But it's as important as your asset allocation.
Yes, and it doesn't get any easier. It does not get any easier.
But, well, in some ways it does, because now there's technology.
Okay. I'm going to go with that,
because it used to be. I mean, we've had financial planning tools forever, but there'd be a tax law change. You'd have to wait for an update, and
I'll take that
because there's so many phase outs.
Yeah, phase ins, phase outs.
Oh my gosh! Even like the SALT, it actually goes up to 40,000 beginning next year instead of 10,000. The SALT deduction.
Yeah,
but,
unless
your income is here and there,
and your
taxable tips, tax free, and your overtime. I mean,
I was working with my daughter this year, and she's in law school, so she doesn't have a lot of income. So we did a bunch of Roth conversions from when she was a school teacher. But we did make a mistake. I thought she had some income last year, so I told her to make a Roth contribution at the beginning of the year. So we had to back it out, which was kind of a pain in the butt. So,
yeah, I didn't think you can recharacterize. Or was that just on a?
This was a Roth
the rules
contribution.
Changed on that or something?
No, we were able to. There was no penalty. Did we pay a penalty? I don't think we paid a penalty, but But my point
was how complicated.
And and fortunately the tools are there. Maybe that's why it's become so complicated, is because the government realized that no one really complains about it anymore because the tools are there. Your accountant it gives them a list of things, he or she, a list of things that they should be aware of when they're looking at your tax return.
Yeah, but it's so complicated that tax attorneys are employed because it's like, all right, the code says we can't go from A to F. We can't go a straight line from A to F. So the tax attorney says, that's fine. We're going to go instead from A to B to C to E to F. And if we do it in those steps, then we satisfy the requirement and we're able to do it.
Yes. That's correct. But the 401k was created
like the backdoor Roth conversion. That's a prime example for the average person.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well, thanks for listening. I got that off my chest.